What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the lab session. Today we got a special guest. I'm gonna have you introduce yourself, tell people who you are and what you do.
What's up, everybody? My name is Vitta, but I go by Coach Vitta. It's Eva OnCue LLC, and also known as OnCue Fitness. So I've been in the game for about 15 years plus, and that's with health, wellness, and also dance education. What's good?
Cool stuff. So, like I said, it's been a plan for a long time. Glad you finally came out and we got it
Thank you.
going on, you know what I'm saying? So, first thing I want to dive into is how did you first get into fitness?
So fitness actually was always my thing, just through when I was in high school and as a young kid, dance. So we always had to be, physical fit. And then I just ran it from there, especially when I was on the dance team in high school. We always ran every day, all day. And when I jumped into one of my careers, we had to still stay fit. So it just followed suit.
Cool stuff. So you mainly did a lot of running back in the day, or like how did that transition to everything you do now?
So if we did strength condition training, running, exercises. So it just kind of helped what we were doing, especially for dance, with stretching, core exercises, and then, like I said, a lot of running. So got to fit those dance outfits.
For sure. So one thing you said, like, fitness has always been in your life. I know a lot of people who was in high school that was playing sports and doing this and that, and then as life goes on, they kind of shy away from it. What made you stay with fitness into your adult life? You know what I mean?
Like I said, because I really thought at first, when we are in high school, it's tiring and whatever else. But like I said, when I jumped into one of my primary careers, we still had to do some type of fitness and, conditioning. So it was just like,
it was kind of mandatory.
It was mandatory then, but I actually became to like it because you're looking at how you look, how you feel, So I actually liked it. Then I kind of like jumped into a lot of group activities. So once I was like, oh, okay, this actually pretty fun. This is pretty fun. I mean, dance and fitness, I could do that.
Cool
so
stuff.
I just
Best of both worlds.
Yeah.
Nah, that's what's up. So tell us a little more about your brand OnCue and how that came about.
So backstory, but OnCue actually came from a group collective. So when I say that, it was I was at the time, I had a dance studio, and I was actually also working at a gym, a privatized gym, and also a outside gym. So transitioning, things happen in life, career, moving around, and I just kind of like the group thing with my family, with the people that was involved at the studio at the time. And I just kind of came up with, hey, if I decide to break off on my own, would everybody support me? And everybody was raised hands. Yeah, we got you. So that was one thing, of course, including with God, because sometimes you can't move in alignment, with God. So I just prayed on it. If it worked out, it worked out. So I end up getting everything together. Most of all the artwork came from my brother because he always did the artwork for me. The paperwork came from, the parents. So they made sure my paperwork was great. And all the parents that I had from the dance side and, some of my fitness side people, everybody was for it. So I found the spot. I was lucky for a person to reach out to say, hey, you could use my spot.
That's
and
cool
I
stuff.
I started from there, and that's it.
That's a whole lot of support.
Yeah,
That's
like
important.
I said, group effort. Yeah. So I'm blessed. I was, like I said, my name was buzzing already, so I just wanted to give it a shot on my own.
Nah, for sure. So that's how OnCue came about. And when did you start coming up with all these different products for OnCue? Because we got energy drinks, we got 2 ebooks that you dropped, and now we got the clothing brand too. Which one came first?
So if I'm not mistaken, probably during COVID. So I started when COVID was hitting. I was trying to see what I can do to keep the name alive, but keep it abreast. So I started doing, virtual classes, while everybody was stuck in the house. Then from there, I was researching on energy drinks to see what was what, because I was an advocate of one of the energy drinks before, but I did not like how it was going down. So I just figured if they can make it, maybe I can make it.
Yeah.
So, so I think I was researching on on the energy drink first, and then the first book, Slaying Your Health After 25, that was coming along, just because I was already over the age 25, and just some of the effects that I felt that people experience but don't really know. Like, is this
You
really
feel it, but you don't know what's going
right?
on.
Is this really me coming from the club, or is this me because I done moved around too much, or
Yeah.
is this my health? So therefore, so it was two things that was running at one time, and like I said, once one got done, I just kept pushing and pushing, and the book was the first one because I'm not no author. The first book, it was ebook because I wanted to try for ebook first. So once that got published, and I was going back and forth with the artwork, the same thing. It's a lot of process. That one hit first, I believe, and then the energy drink came next. So I actually had the energy drink, and I had everybody just to try it. I don't want to sell it unless everybody tried.
Get some
Random
good
people,
feedback first.
right? Random people didn't know who you were. Hey, sir, can you try this? Hey, so, and it worked out. And like I said again, I was just blessed again to have a connect that was in the store to say, hey, if you got all you need, barcode and all, we can put it in the store and sell it.
That's cool stuff. So it's been a long journey, a whole lot of process, but
Yes.
it's all coming along now. That's
Right.
what's up. So tell us a little bit more about the first ebook. What is it?
Slaying Your Health After 25.
Yeah. So how did that? You said you were over 25 at the time.
Yep, over 25. So that's how the 25 came about. Like I said, we all probably partied back in our days,
Yeah.
or went out or did whatever. Like I said, for me, doing a lot of dance activities and fitness, and actually, like I said, hanging out. Just the body start changing over 25, but a lot of times we don't know that, especially in my generation, it was just either fat or pregnant, one of the two.
That was it.
You don't know anything else.
Yeah.
You got to fix it. So I just went by like a holistic approach, and just letting people know, hey, after 25, your body do change, especially for women. Your body do change. You might need to look into some vitamins. You might need to look into, do you got mental health? You might need to look into different type of exercise that's going to help you maintain your body, and just to let you know how and why your body is changing at 25. It might not be because you went out last night and you aching and that's what it is. It's no, my body is changing because your metabolism slowed down. A lot of things start moving in your body. You got a different lot of body parts, internally and externally. So that book actually took, I don't know, I was literally writing down like I was a rapper or something, like bars on each, notes on each little paper towels or something, and then I just collided all together and got with somebody to edit, to make sure they can put it together for me, and I just say, hey, let me do an ebook. And again, I announced that, and it actually went over well. The book was a #1 release for ebook.
That was up.
And so I was like, ooh, thank Jesus. I said, so the ebook worked.
I was gonna say, so what was some of the feedback when this first came out that you got from this? For some people did anybody reach out to you after they read it, like, oh, I like this about the book?
Yeah, actually, all the feedback was mostly on the ratings. So it actually turned over good, because when you read something yourself, you want other eyes. So I can say it's good all day. Somebody else can say, it's all right.
Yeah.
So actually all the feedback was pretty good, because especially for some of the women, and there was actually men that read it just because it was support. But
It was relatable.
It was just, hey, I know who she is. I'm a supporter.
Yeah.
I'll read it. It's an ebook. It's short. I made it short, so just get to the point. But the feedback was actually pretty good, because there was women out there that really didn't understand, like, oh, okay, she might be right. It wasn't just going out and partying and whatever in my college days. I am experiencing, and my body started to change. I did notice I might get more sleepy. I might get this. I might, after 25. So it was a lot of positive feedback. Like I said, a lot of support. So that book, like I said, did push. Actually, it pushed #1 in like a week, and it sold.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So,
that must have been real confident. When that thing dropped, you like, okay,
yeah,
cool.
it was like going quick when I kind of did my own self-promotion, and, like I said, just had that support, and, I loved everybody that supported me from that. So I figured if I write one, it might be a little bit later. I wasn't going to just drop one back to back, because like I said, then I started focusing on the energy drink.
So the first book came, then you did energy drink, then we went to the second book.
The second book came a while later.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool. So before we jump on to the next thing, I want to touch back on. You say you did online coaching and classes during
Right.
COVID and stuff like that.
Right.
Do you prefer doing online or in person?
You know what? I really like the interaction when we in person.
Mm-hmm.
But online is cool. And like I said, at the time, I didn't understand because everybody was in the house. We couldn't really go nowhere. But I didn't want, you know, I didn't want a lot of people to be depressed.
Mm-hmm.
So online was definitely, you know, cool at the time. But I prefer interaction.
With the groups,
yeah,
everybody
with the
there.
groups and stuff. You get to laugh. You get to. It's a lot more personable when it's in group. You know, online it's cool too, but it's like I don't know, computers style. So.
Do you have a lot of people that still like the online, or still would choose that, or is it more people that like the in person too?
You know what? It's a mix now, just because of the fact that at first people were straight with the online, but now it's like, nah, I'd rather see you in person.
Yeah.
So can we do something in person? Because sometimes people like hands on.
Yeah. And at the time you had no choice but to do it.
Choice.
So
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, I was telling people, hey, grab them cans out your cabinet, you know, grab a towel, put your kids to the side. We're going to do this thing. Yeah.
for
So,
sure.
you know, I mean, I know everybody didn't have all the equipment, so we was modifying, you know, but, you know, like I even told them beforehand, you got these stores out there that sells affordable, you know, mats and dumbbell weights. So that's all we really needed. A little cardio up in there, doing some jumping jacks in your own space.
About just showing up, being consistent in the day.
So if you click on and we're in your own home, that's your own home. So you know, you feel nobody's not there except for you or maybe your kid that's watching you or your animal. So you know, that's why I told them, you just need some space and click on at whatever time it was, 10, 7. You know, I used to do like a midday, a morning time, maybe a 9, maybe a midday, then come back on like during the evening. So it was
so
cool.
you have multiple classes in one day like that?
Yeah,
That's
I
cool.
try to set it up, you know, like that, just because some people work, some people got off, you know, so I was trying to set it up in between like that, and then plus I was working too, so.
No, that's a fact. That's what's up though.
Yeah.
Definitely, like you said, it helps people during that hard time because a lot of people were having mental health problems, out of shape, and losing their jobs, so now they got nothing going on.
Exactly.
So that's definitely a big deal. That's not some light to take easy, you know what I mean? So. But back to the training and stuff too. While we on that, you mentioned you would have people grab cans and do different variations of your workouts and stuff like that. For somebody who's just getting into fitness, what's something you would recommend them to do now? You know what I mean? Someone who has zero experience, they want to get in shape, start taking health serious. What's your advice to those people?
It's actually, you're gonna have to take a deep dive into your whole entire body and your health first. That's first, because you know, now, like I said, the fitness game will change so much, and you know, sometimes we don't even know that we have health problems. So we got to deep dive into that first. Once we figure out, you know, what we got going on, it's gonna come with nutrition, and from nutrition, it's gonna come with realistic goals, like.
That's a big thing. Realistic goals.
Yes,
that's very important.
Short term, like real short. Like, can I lose 2 pounds? It's not really now. It's not even about the pounds. It's what can I change in 30 days. That's it. So I go with, you know, look at what you have going on overall with your health, what you can do, and from there, like I said, nutrition, and then start with something light and gradually. I don't even care. It's walking.
Yeah.
Like I said, you're doing better than somebody sitting on the couch.
Do you work with men more or women more?
So specifically, I work more with women. I don't have a problem with men. Trust me. Yeah, I don't.
Just so we clear,
I have worked with men as well. I actually work with men in the dance world, and also the fitness world. So it really don't matter. But no, it's just sometimes the women, because of some of the classes, I call it the soft girl classes and stuff that I did. So, but now, men jump in there too.
That's what's up. That's like, I know a lot of men doing Pilates and stuff now too.
Exactly.
Jump in these little
that's what
worlds,
it is. So, hey, it is what it is. I mean, I had men that was in my dance class.
That's what's up.
So, so that's why I'm like, it don't matter no more. As long as everybody having fun and enjoying themselves, it don't matter who shows up.
Thrive. Let's talk about that book a little bit, right? How did that come about, and what's the backstory behind that one?
So Thrive came along after, and y'all don't shoot me, but Thrive came along after I was in my 40s.
Okay.
So that's why I said I waited.
You dropped the bomb on them. They ain't believe that now. You dropped the bomb on them.
I waited. That's what I said. I waited a while when Thrive came out, because like I said, there was a lot of life-changing that was going on with myself as well. Like I said, again, being in that type of career that I was in, So I was probably in my career, probably like 20 years
Mm.
now.
At the time when this
At the
came out,
time when this
okay.
was coming out, 20 something. So, and I think I was always guiding most of my books around close to my birthday, or either was starting the book. So when Thrive came along, it was more like, okay, I'm in my 40s, and what else can I do to make myself continue on my health journey? What can I do to maintain my health journey or my balance and stuff? But like I said, your life done totally changed after 20 years. What I did at 20 and 25, I might not can do at 40. But like I said, thankfully, I'm still been rolling strong. Like I said, a lot of people don't know my age.
Yeah.
So, so that's how that book came along, and it was just more of another holistic approach, but a little bit more deep in, like, okay, now we know we got mental health problems out there. We know, okay, these vitamins, we know we got different supplements that can help. So now I'm deep diving a little bit more in that book to say, hey, either way you can go this route, you can still go this route and maintain. Because I like I put both of them together with dance and fitness. I always call it, I'm a art, so I got to display what I did. And I just feel like with the book, if you do fitness, and I know I peeped some of your stuff out, you like the results.
Yeah.
Because everything, you like the results.
That's
and
what
you
we
putting
doing
in
it
the hard,
for.
right. So you putting in your hard work. So it's the same here. Would you rather, and some people, hey, I'm not knocking nobody if you have to, but would you rather put in the hard work to see what your results are by just going holistic approach? Let's, okay, change up the eating habits. Let's cut out some of this. Let's take our vitamins. Let's, whatever the case is, let's have a different mindset. Even a lot of the exercises you got now, what we practice more of what I call mindful meditation, yoga, because yoga was actually popular then, before Pilates a little bit. Pilates was back and forth, but yoga was like that mindful, you're thinking,
Pilates
and
kind of
right,
just started
you
getting.
just right. But yeah, so that's how that book came along, and again, that one did pretty well. That one was also a #1 release because I kept it short as well. So I kind of booted up a notch, and I
You
went
giving people
from,
just what they need.
yeah, I went from ebook to a hard copy, and then I also got it on audio.
Oh wow, that's cool
Yeah, so
stuff.
I didn't read it myself, but I had somebody else to read it because they had that voice.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it went pretty well as well. And that one, like I said, did #1 for short reads and fitness.
So the first book, after 25, things you experience. This one's after 40, things you experience, how your body changed, so on and so forth.
And how you maintain.
And how you maintain. Cool
Yep.
stuff.
Yep.
And tell us a little bit more about some of the key takeaways from that book that you
So
put in there.
basically, both key takeaways from both of the books were, like I said, just the holistic approach, how you view health. It's basically, like I said, a guide, a short reference guide. Like I said, it taps into if you did have, if you came about any of these other health problems that you have, how would you take it? What would you do? And that's why I said first, now it's all about, we got to see, we got to go to the doctors, and we got to see what our health is reading. And then we can start going about it, making the steps and the appropriate steps to actually say, okay, well, I need to be doing this. I need to do this. So with both is basically just approaching it as as much as holistic as you can. What can I do, and what results can I get out of it for yourself? Not anybody else, but for yourself. And yeah, that's basically how I look at it with both of them when I wrote it.
Why do you think people have all these excuses when it comes to fitness? Because that's something you're supposed to take serious. Your health and your physical fitness, those are very important things. But why do you think people have an excuse for everything when it comes to it?
I think the excuse only is for mindset, really. It's all about mindset. And a lot of times people put there's other people first before they self all the time. So that's where the excuses start coming in at. It is, I don't have the time.
That's a major one. I always hear that one too.
I got the kids. I got this going on. It's a lot of adulting or life is what I would say. But at the end of the day, when you put everything else in front of you, now your health start declining. And then we got a lot of people at the time, even in my parents' generation, some of them you couldn't afford to go to the doctor. Nobody didn't really think outside the box to say, hey, I can just come outside and walk.
Yeah.
It was just, then people prolong what was going on with their health until all of a sudden
It
you
was
show up
no
to the
big deal.
hospital.
Yeah.
It's no big
Until
deal, but
yeah.
then you show up to the hospital. Now you got, instead of one problem, you got 6 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So it just, yeah, it was a lot. A lot of times I always got, I ain't got time, girl.
That's the
Next
biggest
class.
one.
I got next class. I got when the
Yeah.
next class. No, it's no next. So and then you had, I'm gonna come work out too. I'm gonna come work out with you. Okay.
It sound good. It sound
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
Like if I'm in here, why you not in here?
Mm.
So like I said, it got to be you. It has to be a mindset.
With time being like one of the biggest excuses we both hear a lot of times, right? How much time does somebody realistically need when it comes to working out?
You know what? Like I tell people, as long as you're moving, if you got 15 minutes, do 15 minutes. That's it. Because if you do them 15 minutes every day, guess what? It adds up.
Compound.
That's it. They adds up. But you gotta put yourself in that mindset. You know what? My kids out the way, or I got all this done. Let me take 15 minutes out. Because I guarantee you take 15 minutes on social media or on the phone call.
I was gonna say a lot of people say they're too tired too, right?
Yeah,
But then they'll be too tired, but they'll go do something else or
right,
they'll go fuck off and do some nonsense. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's what I said. Those 15 minutes, it adds up.
Right.
Because you actually really will start seeing some type of results. And like I said, that's going low ball. If you can amp it up a little bit, 20, that's cool too. But like
that comes over time too.
Exactly.
You're not gonna jump out the gate.
Exactly. And that's what I said. If you give it 15 minutes, I guarantee you'll see some type of changing. Because that also ties into your the food.
Yeah.
I know we all sometimes don't got time to do that nice food prepping.
Yeah.
But I know if we go out somewhere, we got time to still be disciplined.
Yeah, don't take nothing, look at the menu, see, okay, I get this.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And a lot of times people, oh man, I messed up. I went on vacation. Man, I know they had some chicken and salad on there.
Yeah.
I know they had something healthier that you could have did. But and sometimes people feel like, oh, if I do this, now I got to go harder in the gym. No, you can really kind of probably eat what you want.
Yeah.
It's just how you do your portions and stuff.
A lot of people don't realize it's a lifestyle change. It's not just a one and done thing. It's a lifestyle change.
Exactly. Yes.
And when you make the changes though, like say you start feeling better, you have more energy, do more things.
Yeah, that. For sure. And that's why I said the first book, it actually did talk about, metabolism slowing down. But anything after 25, your metabolism slow down. If you was an active person, you might be blessed that your metabolism didn't slow down.
Might
that
get away
much.
with a little bit. Yeah.
Right. But when you start hitting 30, 35, and 40, it's not the same, especially you putting in a job that requires you to be there either every day, 8 hours, 10 hours, or you got a job that's 12 hours. It's not going to be the same. So
one thing I love, especially by hearing other people's stories and stuff like that, right? One of my jobs, I had an OG there. He was 60 years old, and I remember one time I read a statistic. It said by the age of 30, most men will never jump again in their life. I remember I came back. I said, "Hey man, can you jump?" 60 years old. He like, jump like this, goes in the air. You know what I'm saying? I said, "Damn," you know what I'm saying? So that showed me that this is possible.
Right.
I look somebody like yourself. You know what I'm saying? When I first met you, I didn't know your age neither.
Yeah.
So you dropped the ball on me. I'm like, "Oh, word? Okay, cool." That give me hope. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I have another friend that he work out shredded. I'm talking about in great shape, 45 years old. You know what I'm saying? So I be like, man. For those of you that have the excuses or are thinking like, oh, it just come with time. I have people tell me all the time, like, when you hit my age, and I'm like, I ain't trying to hear none of that shit, because I see people like you.
It's
you
crazy.
Know what I'm saying?
It's definitely crazy, because I heard that a lot. But the crazy part, I heard it from men first.
It's sad. It's sad game out here.
So you try to say I'm just going to be fat when I get older?
Like,
oh, no, you got that shape now, but let 20 years come by.
They hating bad. Bad.
So then when they see me, oh, girl, you look like you ain't changed a bit. You did.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but actually, I actually been seeing older women and older men in the gym. They going hard, like, they look better than actually sometimes some of these
younger folks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so we get back in the game, because like I said, it's not about, how you look, it's for yourself. You want to look, you want to feel confident. I don't care if somebody guess me, you can ID me. I'm just sure you can ID me. I don't even care. Hey, so, but at the end of the day, is like I tell people, in the career field that I was in, I never wanted to retire and always keep going to the doctor and the health. And so I wanted to come out strong And like I said, just keep living a healthy life. And like I said, who don't want to do this? Just wearing some chill clothes.
Yeah,
Who
feel
don't want to do
confident
this?
about yourself when
Yeah,
you step
right.
out. You know what
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying?
So I don't have to be like, oh, let me put this on. This don't look right. Yeah. So
While we on that too, you saying you seen a lot of older folks now in the gym and stuff like that too, and I think it has been a transition over the years
yes,
with
yeah,
everybody getting involved in fitness.
big, yeah,
And my opinion on that is, I think it's because of social media. They see more people out there. The information's out there, like you said, it wasn't back in the day.
right.
What's your take on that? That you see more people in the gym than back in the day,
No, like I said,
or trying to take care of themselves.
I love it because there's a couple groups I am affiliated with now, and you look at these men and women, and like I said, a lot of them, I think they kind of maybe retired out what they were doing, corporate world or whatever it had been, and or some of them they might still work a little bit, but if you ask their age or look at age, they in like phenomenal shape. But I think their group was based off of health because, like I said, a lot of our culture comes with a lot of health problems sometimes. Like I said, I tell anybody, I had high blood pressure before, but it wasn't because I was out of shape. It was the things that I was doing. And a little bit of the job when you stress yourself, but yeah, so it just, do I want to live on pills or do I want to get it together?
Be free.
Yeah, that's it. So I think a lot of that changed, especially like for the men. There's a lot of men that's in that gym at 45 and up. Or actually, like I said, they got a lot of run groups nowadays, and
Those are cool.
it's older men and women out there now. So I give it to them, because before you could get run 7 o'clock in the morning. Nah, that's all right. So
environment play a big role though too, cause you saying you talking about these run clubs, right? I know some in every city from Tampa.
Yes.
I've been to one in Tampa, Polk, and Orlando.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And there's different ones, but it's like when you have a group going and make it a little bit more better. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
And make it like accountability is a big deal
Right,
now too.
right.
Environment play a big role in everything. I speak about that a lot in a lot of my content. Like if you around the wrong people, you're gonna be just like them. You know what I'm saying? You around the right people, you're gonna be just like them. So if everybody around me is shredded, abs, in shape, what you gonna be?
Yeah, you want to.
If you don't, you feel like a bum now.
And actually, sometimes those people motivate you.
Facts.
You don't have to be around your same age group sometimes. You can look at the next person like, damn, okay, OG right here, he 50, and this man look great, so I know I need to, make sure I amp it up to look great as him. And sometimes the OG be like, hey, do better than me, because we don't know what everybody been through in life for them to make that change. So that's how I always look at stuff like that. Like I see these men and women out, like I said, especially retirement. That's the thing. Like my parents from that old generation, once they retire, it's more, relax, chill out, go travel. But you still got to move. You still got to move. I mean, now when I see people retired, they out walking.
Yeah.
They out moving around. They still doing classes. I mean, one of the gyms that I go to, them women in there, left and right, they be packed. That class be packed with the old women. I said, go ahead, I need to get up here. So, but no, I'm just, these women, you can tell they've been through something. It might, a couple women I done seen, they got like a limp or their arm or something going on with them, but they still in there. And that's why I just be like, ma'am, hey, I'm with you. I need to be like y'all. There is no excuse for me.
Facts.
Yeah.
But that's good to see people like that. So you be like, oh damn, okay, they can do it, I can do it.
Listen, there's never a bad day because somebody always doing worse than you out there. So why should I be? I gotta wake up, and two, you always tell people you gotta wake up and be grateful.
Facts.
Because sometimes we living. We breathing. Look at this air out here.
It's nice.
Yeah. So that's what I said. So what can we not do to be grateful? So you wake up being grateful. Okay, like I said, like the women that I've been seeing in the gym, or they might got some type of health problem, but that's not even stopping them. They still getting up, they still going to the class. So what's my excuse?
Facts. While we was talking about the run clubs, just so y'all know, go ahead and comment down below if you've been to a run club anywhere in Central Florida, no matter where you're at, and that way other people can see this, and if they want to come out, they'll go ahead and tap in too. We was talking about being active, moving, walking, and stuff like that, right? And all those things don't cost nothing, which is the crazy part. Which I love calisthenics because of that reason. And it don't cost nothing to do push-up.
Right.
It don't cost nothing to go out there, jump on a pull-up bar.
Right.
You order different variations of these workouts to lead to these other things. You know what I'm saying? How do you feel about calisthenics? I know you train with dance and other kind of things too.
You know what? That's probably one of my go-tos at the house.
Facts.
Yeah, that's because
drop down anytime.
Yeah. That's probably one of, because I've been seeing, and two, like I said, it depends on how you trying to form your body. Because calisthenics is actually probably sometimes good. and then you have you know, the weights and stuff. But what if you don't got the weights like that at the house? That's one of the easiest ones to do at the house. I mean, you know, push-ups, squats, you know, stuff like that. So no, I actually I've been getting into it a little bit more just to change up the exercise as well.
Switch it up.
You know, just to see what it is.
Best of both worlds.
Right. Because I mean, I don't have a pull-up bar at the house, but
you can push yourself. It's just good to challenge yourself too.
Right. So I could do, you know, just do the push-ups and the squats and anything else, you know. But no, I've been deep diving into that one as well. You know, just like I said, that's another 10, 15 minutes that you can go ahead and knock out real quick, you know. Right. So yeah, I like it though.
Especially a lot of the movements are compound movements too. So you could go ahead, hit a push up, feel what you need to feel. Go ahead, hit these squats, get another full body right there. You know what I'm saying? So
Exactly.
Definitely cool. So covered a lot of things between how this whole brand started, how you came up with these books, the story behind those. Let's talk about the energy drink a little bit more, right? So you told me this came about. You looking at other people's energy drinks. You didn't really like what they had going on. You like, they could do it, I could do it.
Yeah, I mean, so like I said, I was an advocate of one of them, and I was strong on that. But at the end of the day, you know, you got to look up on, you know, again, health ingredients and stuff like that. So I was looking for one at the time because I was doing a 12-hour shift and also doing the fitness and stuff.
12 is real now. Yeah. 12 is real now.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, what can I do? You know, what drink can I create besides water to, you know, still be on the health line? And that was another thing, still be in the health line industry, and it'll be beneficial for a lot of people. So I looked into it, deep dive into it, and a lot of times, and this where, like I said, not to be on the religions too much, but this is where, like I said, that support coming at, God coming at, because when you believe in something and you believe you can do it, people push you like, yeah, well, why not? Go for it.
Yeah.
So I looked into it. There was a lot of no's because I'm just a small business, small company. So nobody wasn't gonna give me a chance. But then I found this one company, and I gave them the ideal. You know, this is what I'm trying to do. I don't want it, you know, too far up, but I want anybody, you know. So I dived into it, and it ended up coming about OnCue. And like I said, OnCue, the name stuck with me because of dance. I used that a lot, and like I said, it's a empowerment word that it's all, like I tell people, OnCue is like for community and empowerment. It's like you want your life to be in a line. So that's what really
you want to be on cue.
Yes. So that's why I always say OnCue. I mean, besides the dance term, you know, OnCue, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So I just took that word, and I know my mom once had told me, like, well, if you had to put it on a building, would you do your name or would you do it, you know, something else?
Playing with the idea.
Right. So that's where I'm like, no. I think I said, you know what, OnCue would be a cool name.
You stuck with it ever since.
To be on the building, if I had to put on the building.
You mentioned how you got a lot of no's when this energy drink came about, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of people, they think no means no, but I was always told no means next opportunity.
It
you
is.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure.
If you would have stopped at the first no, this wouldn't have been the thing.
Because
you know?
It's gonna be, like I said, I got a lot of no's. Nah, we don't do small. No, it gotta be a mass production. No, we can't. So all right. So like I said, found this one company. They was like, great, what you trying to do? Okay, brand. Like I said, and love my brother. Listen, I need this artwork because everything also costs.
Yeah.
So I was like, man, get my brother in this thing. Boom, I can get the artwork, we can get it done. So that's how, like I said, and two, just like any other company, you want a person to recognize who it is. So
when they see OnCue, you want them to see
right.
Coach.
So at the time, you always seen OnCue Fitness, which is probably located on the front of that bag. So okay, you keep seeing the word, okay. And then, like I said, my brother, he's so artistic, he made different things. So if you really deep dive on how it looks, the O is actually a Fitbit.
Really?
Like
that's tough.
And then the I is actually the girl holding the kettlebell.
Okay, I see that thing now. Actually, that's wrong.
So you know, you can't, you know, trademark it. You can't do anything. So my brother's very artistic. Anything I was like, hey, bro,
I like that.
This what I need, da-da-da. And so then I was trying to make it okay, what type of design I can make it to still look like a health can, not just a regular energy drink can. So that's how we kind of came up with that. But everybody would recognize the I, but it looked like a lady, like I said.
Yeah.
So then I just shortened it.
That's cool
So
stuff.
yeah, OnCue, and then like I said, the company that's been working with me for a long time, even when I stopped, I just called back, hey, check this out. I want to, crank back up. And I just went from there. And yeah, they, like I said, I got it the first time. It wasn't sold or nothing. I,
You hand them out,
pass it
hey, try
around.
let me know what you think, let me know what you
And
think.
guess what? You also have people, like, well, what's in it?
Yeah.
Why? Like, well, who did this? Did you ask that with all them other brands?
That's real now,
Did
too.
you ask that with all the
You
other
ask
brands?
Monster, you didn't ask Celsius that.
You didn't ask Bang.
Fact.
And half of them from mom and pops.
Yeah.
You didn't ask them no questions. You just took it and got it. So why you asking me?
Now you want to care.
Yeah, why you asking me what's in it? Like, you think I'm going to make something to danger myself?
Yeah, fact.
So I got that too.
And that's a big deal too. You not only you're using your own product, you know what I'm saying? So it show that it build a little trust.
Right. Yeah. So you think I'm gonna create it the danger myself? I actually created because of my 12-hour shift at the time, because I'm always moving. And like I said, with this drink, it's actually 0 fat.
Wow.
There's less calories, about 100. It got the vitamins in there, the B12, 6. And so there's no crash, there's no aftertaste. Because like I said, I tried all those brands. I know what those brands feel like when like I said, you're constantly going, and what they feel like.
And then you working at the same time with taking these, you don't want to have, like you said, a crash.
Right. And so like with this drink, I tell anybody, anything that I create, I try it myself. So I can tell you exactly if it's the clothes, if it's the book, and then I put it, have random people to go through it, because I don't want to be biased and be like, oh, that's my homeboy, so he gonna say it's good. No, I want no honest opinion, because I always tell people some things that I make, you may not like it at all, because I'm making it for myself and not for the people. So yeah, so that's how that one came about. That took probably about 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah, 8 months.
All in all, getting everything.
All the process, like I said, all the way down from, well, the drawing, me and my brother was quick on it.
And getting things approved, getting it situated with them folks.
Yep. And then also, it had to go through a barcode and all that.
Yeah.
Because in order for it to be in the store, you got to make sure it's legit, all that stuff. So, yeah, about 8 months. And
how did you come up with the colors? Like, what's... all the cans are the same color, too?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know. Me and my brother was just playing around.
Just felt right.
Yeah. Me and my brother was just playing around. It was just more of, again, if you see OnCue, especially like I said with the lady, okay, that's Coach Vitta. That's Coach Vitta. It's just like any other brand that's out there. I don't even care. Like, I even look at their format for women. Victoria's Secret used to be all the time, and then like pink. Well, yeah. Actually, I'm sorry, Victoria's Secret is pink, but they always have Victoria's Secret. If you always seen it, cross they chest, cross they whatever. But then they started shrinking it down, but you still knew it was Victoria's Secret. So that's how I just kind of do different formats. Like, okay, you see the name so many times, so you get your name out there. You want to be get that buzz in there. Okay, OnCue Fitness, who is that? Is that a gym?
When they see OnCue, they see you now.
Right. So now it's okay. OnCue.
No matter
I know exactly who that is.
On the shirt, on the can, on the bag, they already know what it's tied to.
Yeah, I know who that is. That's Coach Vitta right there. OnCue. So yeah.
No, that's what's up for sure. Sounds like a lengthy process, but I'm glad everything finally came together now. Like
everything is a process.
Yeah.
But it's in timing. And when sometimes when to put it out, and sometimes when to hold.
How does fitness transition to other parts of your life? Because one thing for me, I always say how the consistency, right? You've been consistent with everything you've done. Dropping the books, waiting, the patience to get these products out. You know what I'm saying? How was fitness transition your personal life besides just feeling better, looking better?
Well, with fitness, like I said, it goes hand in hand because of, like I said, having that career for a long time, and like I said, I just want to feel healthy. Just continue to keep moving. So I just feel like adding in fitness is now, it's not a hobby, but it's like, okay, this ain't that bad. Yeah. It's not as bad as what people make it out to be. So I just feel like
When you
with
feel good, you play
yeah,
good.
that's it. You know, you wake up, you don't feel sluggish, you know, fog brain, anything like that. So now it's just like, oh, okay, cool. What you doing? What you doing today? You going? I'm gonna go to the gym, or oh, you know, I'm gonna work out, or I'm gonna do this, or you know, walk around. Like I said, these days sometimes they're good. Why not take a walk out?
Yeah.
Because like I said, at the time, you know, my 12 hours, I was busting night shift, so I wasn't seeing none of this.
Yeah.
So
Facts.
yeah, so it's like, okay, all right, well, you know, now it's, I mean, like I said, I enjoy it, and
Mm.
then I get to meet people. That's my other thing, networking,
Yeah.
because everywhere I go, really, I wear my product, so it's
It's
always,
a conversation. It's an
where's that at?
opportunity.
Yeah,
Yeah.
where's that at? Is that a gym? Where's that? So I love it. I love it now. So
That's what's up.
all right.
So we covered a lot of great topics, starting about how the brand started, how OnCue came about, energy drinks, the books you dropped, right? What season of life would you say you're in right now?
So I go with a lot of growth, empowerment, and like I said, this is expanding in the fitness community, the fitness wellness community,
Mm.
and like I said, just learning to adapt what I have going on, you
Mm.
know, in life, and just try to live life to the fullest.
For sure. What's some things you got coming up this year? You know, it's still kind of earlier in the year. We're in the second quarter now.
Right. So I probably got a couple things lined up. We got to get confirmed. So normally around about June, they got a couple activities I do. Probably another health panel,
Okay.
maybe another class, and maybe run.
For
So
sure.
there's a couple things that I definitely got to just get confirmed. Then there's maybe another dance workshop that I'm dive into, but that's like a little bit down the line.
Mm.
So a lot of these are more like consistent all the time. Like I've been working and collabing with the same people for like quite some time,
Yeah.
some years or so. So it's like once they put it out, you know, a lot of times, which I'm grateful for y'all that give it to me early,
Yeah.
then I can, you know, set the schedule. And like I said, I love the interaction. I love the collabs. So I just trying to make sure I can, you know, see where it fits, where I can definitely be a part of it.
Mm. We didn't really touch much on the dancing. What kind of dance do you do before I go on?
So at the time, people know me when I was doing hip hop,
Mm.
but I actually did all the dance techniques, you know, jazz, ballet, tap. But I just kind of made it into the hip hop. So when I actually choreographed at one of the high schools, that was my job to choreograph like their competition dance competitions and stuff
Mm.
like that. And then of course at the dance studio, that was my main thing. I mean, if one of my teachers were gone, then I can go in there and do a little Alicia Keys ballet for them
Yeah.
real quick, you know, my little 1-2s. But
That's cool.
nah, this is hip hop. But now, you know, like I said, I put dance and fitness into it,
Mm.
and
They go hand in hand.
yeah, went from there. And then other than that, that's it. And like I said, here we are.
Nah, that's what's up. It's been a long journey, and like so, you got a lot more coming. Tell the people where they can find you online.
So you can find me right now IG as Coach Vitta. That's CoachVita, or you can go straight to the website onqfitness.shop. Like I said, you can find all this apparel. The bag might be sold out, but you can find what I got on today, from t-shirts, tank tops, crop tops. So yeah, like everything is, like I said, the straight motivational. Just trying to, you know, get that fitness community in.
For sure. I'm gonna go ahead and put all the links down in the description below, so you guys all you gotta do is tap and go to the energy drinks, the bags, the outfits, and the books as well. And then
Oh yeah, the books are all on all platforms, from Amazon, Google Books. So you can find it anywhere. Like I said,
you
this,
got the audiobook too.
yep, the audiobook is still on Amazon or Kindle. So yeah, just look it up. You can look up my name there, my full name, or look at the title. It'll come up.
So that's cool. So before we end this and close it out, right? What's one thing you want the people to take away from this interview?
So what I would like for anybody to take away from an interview, that you know what, I just say, you know, be the best version of you. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. And you know, you're, you know, we don't have, I'm gonna say, you have more tomorrows than yesterdays. So be positive.
Yeah, more tomorrows than yesterday's. I like that. I'm
Yeah.
gonna steal that now. We have more
So
tomorrows than
be
yesterdays.
positive and, you know, just, hey, if there's something you want to do it. Don't let nobody shoot your dream down, your vision down. Because like I said, that's where I'm at. You know, I did go through some ups and downs about why I want to do this, why I want to do that, but this is who I am. This is really who I am. This is, like I said, who don't want to wear no easy, relaxed fitness clothes
And feel good
and
in it.
yeah, and
Have it fit you looking right.
and it's actually interact with people and teach people, and you know what I'm saying. Like I want to give some of my knowledge, you know, to what I have. You know, I don't live some time, so you know, I experienced some stuff. So if I can give a little bit of my knowledge and inspire somebody and motivate somebody, I'm all for it. So yeah, like I said, just take, you know, what you have, an ideal in your mind, take it and put it on paper and run with it.
For sure. I think it was a great interview. Can't wait to have you back on. If you guys have any questions you want for the next time she gets on, go ahead and comment them down below, and we'll go from there. I appreciate you coming on.
Hey, thank you so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Catch y'all next episode.
Thanks. Out.